You've probably heard the saying, no good story ever started with a salad. And honestly, I get why people say it. Nobody grabs your arm and says, you are not going to believe what happened over kale. No, stories usually start with tequila, bad judgment, a road trip with no plan, a text sent after midnight, or somebody saying, just trust me. And that's where the plot thickens. Our greatest stories, are they true? Are they embellished? Does it matter at the end of the day? I mean, a good story is a good story, right? I've lived through stories you'd swear I made up. Salad? Phooey. That would have been my normal response. But tonight, I want to challenge that whole idea. Because what if some of the best things in life start quiet, start healthy, start consistent? What if we keep chasing fireworks while walking right past foundations? And if that's true, maybe it's time to talk about it.
Hey, Stephie Kay got something to say. Talk that listens, clears the way. Truth on the mic, grounded in change. You sticking with that? Oh yeah, we sticking with that. Laugh it out, talk it through, we ain't looking back.
Some chats ain't easy, but we take it slow. Tough stuff, tackle now, watch us glow.
You sticking with that? Yeah, we sticking with that.
Welcome to You Stickin' With That? I'm Stephie Kay. And if you're new here, new episodes drop Wednesday nights at 6:30 p.m. Eastern on all major social media platforms. So subscribe and come hang out with us. Tonight, we're talking about why people keep chasing chaos, passing up peace, and picking what feels fun now instead of what might actually be good for them later. Because somewhere along the way, ordinary life stopped feeling good. Dinner got rushed, phones got louder, rest became guilt, peace became boring, and if daily life feels flat, of course people go looking for dopamine. Sugar, drama, shopping, scrolling, alcohol. So tonight, let's talk about how to make real life feel good again. Because maybe peace was never boring. Maybe it just had terrible marketing. Most life is ordinary. Wake up, work, love people, do laundry, try again, mind your business. That's real life. But ordinary doesn't trend. So stories focus on the crazy part, the risky part, the embarrassing part, the emotional part, the you won't believe this part, because tension gets attention. Nobody gathers around to hear, well, I drank water, paid my bill on time, stretched, and got 8 hours of sleep. That may be wisdom, but it's not exactly Netflix. And that's the trap. We confuse attention with value. Those are not the same thing. Some things are loud because they're broken. Millions of people will watch a dog in sunglasses. And listen, I love dogs. But many people scroll right past truth, need, responsibility, or anything requiring effort. That doesn't always mean people care less. It means attention and compassion are not twins. The world rewards what feels good quickly. Cute, funny, easy, but truth asks effort. Responsibility asks movement. Compassion asks energy. And many people keep scrolling, looking for another puppy in a hoodie. Again, not bad, just human. Some people don't accidentally choose chaos, they order it. Extra spicy, no substitutions. They like the chase, the mystery, the unpredictability, the you up text at 11:47. Some people want candles and conversation. Some people want motorcycles and decisions they'll explain later. Some people say they want peace, then get bored the second nobody is stressing them out. Some people mistake butterflies for chemistry, when it might just be anxiety doing cartwheels. Some people call it passion, when it's really inconsistency with good lighting. Some people think calm is boring. because nobody ever taught them stable can still be sexy. And that's the trap. People act like your only choices are plain toast or a 5-alarm dumpster fire. No, you can build something solid and still have laughter, depth, surprise, desire, and fun. Healthy doesn't have to mean dull. Peace doesn't have to mean lifeless. Sometimes excitement is joy. Excitement is growth. Not every decision that makes up an amazing story lacks value. There are plenty of healthy, vibrant stories out there. Now, I've had seasons where I kept choosing loud people, loud emotions, loud situations, and I thought that meant I was living. Turns out I was distracted, because loud can feel alive when you haven't met peace yet, and quiet can feel boring when your nervous system is used to storms. Some of the messiest choices, the impulsive ones, the emotional ones, the what was I thinking ones, they shaped us. Some of us became stronger because we got burned, wiser because we trusted wrong, kinder because we were hurt, smarter because we had to rebuild. Sometimes the bad decisions become the lesson that built the better version of you. And if you could go back and erase every mistake, you might erase the wisdom too. You might erase the courage, the grit, the compassion, the version of you that only exists because life got messy. So no, chaos isn't my thing, but I also respect what it taught me, because some people spend years regretting old stories, when those stories built the person standing here now. But here's the truth. Just because an old story shaped you doesn't mean it gets to keep leading you. That chapter may have formed you, but it does not have to define you. If your life feels off now, change the story. Change the pattern. Change the people. Change the pace. Change the standard. You are allowed to write a better next chapter at any time. Can we fix human nature? The whole thing? Probably not by Friday. But one person? Absolutely. Because families change one pattern at a time. Communities change one example at a time. You may not fix the whole world, but you can stop auditioning for the circus. Here's how one person starts doing it better. Number 1, reward depth, not drama. Stop feeding chaos with attention. Some people survive entirely on reactions. Starve the nonsense. Praise consistency. Celebrate quiet excellence. Number 2, pause before you click. Ask, is this helping me or just stimulating me? Because not everything that grabs you grows you. And if life gets too noisy, Togo. Turn off everything. Go outside. Not just the phone, the noise, the opinions, the fake urgency. I first introduced Togo in episode 14, Believe in the Good. Since then, it's evolved. What started as a simple TOGO, like BOGO, only better, now has a little more footing behind it. TOE-GO. Same heart with a stronger step forward. Number 3, tell truer stories. Less exaggeration, less victim edits, more ownership, more honesty, more, yeah, I was wrong there. Number 4, show up where it matters. If you care about kids, help one. If you care about elders, check on one. If you care about community, be useful somewhere. Care is a verb. Number 5, make everyday life feel better. Music while cooking, candles on a Tuesday, fresh sheets, better coffee, walks with someone you love, dancing in the kitchen. Maybe we don't need more excitement. Maybe we need to make daily life feel alive again. And now, hold on. Maybe the saying is incomplete. Maybe it's, no good story ever started with a bad salad. Because if you hand me limp lettuce and sadness in a bowl, we're done here. But a blue cheese, steak salad, crispy onion rings, perfect dressing, flavor in every bite, now we're talking. And maybe that's the lesson. People don't reject discipline because it's bad. They reject it when it feels like punishment. Maybe the salad needs flavor. healing needs music. Responsibility needs joy. Maybe healthy doesn't need to look miserable. The salad was never boring. Maybe your taste buds were addicted to chaos. I recently saw a video of a little girl, maybe 3 years old, riding in a baby carrier with her mom in the woods. And she just kept saying, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh," like she was seeing wonder for the very first time. And I thought, that might be part of the problem right there. Some of us are watching life happen, and some of us are busy documenting it. And sometimes the best parts don't pose for pictures. Then there's the classic line, "I don't have time." People say they don't have time for peace. No time for a walk. No time to cook. No time to call family. No time to breathe. But somehow, 3 hours for nonsense appeared out of nowhere. Funny how that works. Because most of the time, it's not a time problem. It's a priority problem, an attention problem, a habit problem. We spend our best energy on things that drain us, then say we have nothing left for what restores us. And once you notice that, you start seeing it everywhere. My aunt and uncle just moved into assisted living. They'll be married 64 years this June. Think about that. 64 years of love, loyalty, sacrifice, and showing up. My aunt is the matriarch of our family, and they are also my godparents, which makes them especially dear to me. So, last week, I flew back to help, but really, I went to provide emotional support during the transition. Sometimes we just need someone to be there for us. My aunt and uncle have been there for me my whole life. I thought the least I can do is show up for them right now. 9 years ago, they moved from the farm to a townhouse in a bigger city. And now it's time to leave that and move to assisted living. So we went back each day that I was there to clean out drawers and closets and all the stuff. And it really hits home when you think to someone else, it might just look like stuff. But to them, it's the toy truck that the boys played with when they were little, and the special dish that always sat on the counter, the world's best mom and the world's best dad plaques on the wall, the little ordinary things that quietly held a lifetime. And standing there, watching decades get packed into boxes, I thought of that old saying, "You never see a U-Haul behind a hearse." Meaning someday we all realize the stuff was never the point. The people were, the laughter was, the kitchen table talks were, the ordinary days we rushed through, those were the gold. And I thought about my own life. Working 3 jobs to get through college, building businesses while raising a family, long hours, service work, showing up tired, doing what had to be done. And if that's you right now, I hear you. Some seasons are survival seasons. Some people are carrying a lot. Bills, stress, caregiving, grief, exhaustion. So no, this isn't me saying, if life is hard, just be grateful and everything disappears. That's not real life. I'm saying sometimes when life is heavy, we still need small ways to come up for air. Small ways to feel human again. Maybe it's getting up 10 minutes earlier and naming 5 things that still matter. Your family, your dog, someone's smile, a roof over you, your friend's laughter. And maybe it's a walk at night instead of another hour lost to something that drains you. Maybe it's stepping outside, looking up, calling someone you love, laughing once today, noticing one good thing. Because peace doesn't always arrive in dramatic moments. Sometimes it comes in tiny choices, made again and again. That's how life changes. Not all at once, but little by little, until one day you realize you're not just surviving anymore. And now for my Stephie Kay random thought of the day. You know what I've discovered? I love pancakes. And not the kind stacked so high you need engineering permits. I'm talking regular pancakes. Simple, hot, dependable. A stack that knows its role. Because apparently everything now has to be extreme. If it's not covered in whipped cream, fruit, chocolate, powdered sugar, people act uninterested. Meanwhile, give me a plain hot stack and I'm happy. But my real concern today is cold syrup. Why are hot pancakes meeting cold syrup? Who set that blind date up? Fresh off the griddle, golden, warm, ready for greatness, and then here comes refrigerator syrup sliding in with bad vibes. That's sabotage. That's breakfast betrayal. That's like putting socks on straight out of the freezer. Warm syrup should be standard, not a luxury upgrade, because some things in life should just make sense. Warm pancakes, warm syrup, world peace. I'm just saying. Maybe the real lesson isn't about salads at all. It's about how often we overlook what could actually nourish us. It was never about chasing a wild story. That's just what gets the most attention. Maybe it was about writing a better one. Because stories shape us. The wild ones, the painful ones, the beautiful ones, the quiet ones nobody claps for. Every choice becomes a paragraph. Every season becomes a chapter. So if you were writing your life story right now, would it feel honest, interesting, stuck, alive, ready for a turn? Suddenly, the salad looks different, doesn't it? I'm Stephie Kay. Until next time, keep listening with heart, keep choosing better, and if life gets too loud, Togo, turn off everything, go outside. And if it needs help, let's fix that. Have a great week, everybody.